Hey y'all, welcome back. We're back and we're going to be talking about, does he worship you? You said say something. Girl, I was coming. I was trying to pose for the camera. Y'all know, like, you could take a screenshot of yourself for the thumbnail, and I was being picky. So sorry. Hi Layla. Hi. Y'all like my cat mask? Oh, I messed up my hair trying to put that on. Isn't that cute? I bought it so me and Velvet could feel like we were sisters, but actually it was a gift. So I didn't really buy it. So how are y'all? Okay, so does he worship you? Let's get to it since we have some people here now. Does he worship you? If you got a man, or you say you got a man, I never felt like I really had a man until I felt like he would do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? I never really felt like I had a man until I had one. Sorry, I'll have to fix this from that mask. I never felt like I really had a man unless he could, totally take care of me. So that's what I mean by worship. I mean, not get on their knees and pray to you or whatnot, but basically treat you as a goddess, or like you are a priority, or like you are special and very important to them. And it's important that you are happy or satisfied with that person in the relationship. So if that is not what they are doing or even trying to do, you might be being taken for granted. And you don't want that. And that's why I always say it's all about, do I have a hickey? No, I ain't got no hickey, girl. I was probably lipstick. Knowing me. It's all about, how they treat you and how they respect you and how they take care of you. Okay. So maybe you should think about the targets that you guys are choosing with this in mind. This is how I always tell women to pick your target. Make sure they like you more than you like them. And a nicer way to put it is make sure they worship you, or make sure they put you as a top priority. That's the kind of target that you need. One that will put you at the top of their priority list, or one that will worship you. Okay. That's why when a lot of women ask me, how do I get money? How do I get a man to give me money? You shouldn't have to if you pick the correct target. You shouldn't have to ask. They will automatically offer you. Okay. And so this is the main thing that most women don't understand. This is the main thing that can't get through to a lot of women. Choose the correct target. Okay. One that worships you. Okay. I know a lot of women are still immature when it comes to who they want to be with. But at the end of the day, what do you really have left if you don't have someone that puts you as a priority or worships you? What do you end up with? What do you really end up with at the end of the day? What you end up with is issues, problems, and coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Okay. Because after about a year or so, or 2 years, you have a lot of people that are going to start looking ordinary. They might look extraordinary in the beginning, but if you see a person every day, especially a man, and if they're not providing for you or taking care of you, those looks start to become invisible. Like, you don't see what they look like anymore. You just see what they don't have and what they can't do for you. So I feel that mature thinking, logical people will make a better decision on the type of targets that they choose. But that's going to be a lesson learned for those ladies who are still adamant about finding someone that looks better than them. Okay. And don't look. Hi, Marcus. Hi. I see you here. Sprinkle. So a lot of women don't think about this. Like if you have an attractive husband or attractive boyfriend, by the time you lay out some babies and, start working for years at a time and you don't have time to keep yourself up like the way you used to, he's going to start looking better than you. Okay. Just so you know. And sometimes it's a better idea for you to, pick someone who's always going to be, the one that's lucky in the relationship, the one who feels lucky in the relationship. So it's a win-win because they feel lucky and you feel provided for, cared for, and put as a priority. So everybody wins. Thank you, Afri. Sprinkle. Hello, what is the best way to entertain during a conversation? I want to be funny and charming all the time. Just look good, baby, and listen to what they say. Being extra charming and funny is not for like first dates and things like that. Because if your personality is too strong, and you take over theirs, or if you're trying too hard, I think there's a catch. So kind of be laid back, chill, but attentive and ask questions, but don't dominate the conversation. Thank you, Sprinkle. You said the ugly ones will look elsewhere too. Well, what kind of target are you getting, an ugly young one or an ugly old one? Is that ugly old one going through a midlife crisis? Is that ugly old one just divorced? Because I keep telling y'all, those are bad choices. If they're just divorced, no. If they're about to turn 50, no. Midlife crisis, they're not going to want to get married, or they might give you some money during the midlife crisis, but they're not going to want to get married anytime soon. And the one where they're freshly divorced, they probably don't want to get married for years and years to come. Okay. Yeah, midlife crisis is when they're almost 50. When they're approaching 50, they start having this midlife crisis because 50 is like, dang, I'm old. Okay. After about 55, they're pretty much over it and ready to settle back down because they got arthritis and ready to just get back in the rocking chair and settle down again. So catch them about 55, y'all. If you just want a young man in general, I don't know, have fun with that. Okay. Yeah, I'll have a good old exciting, thrilling roller coaster of a life. You said, what about male widows? Yeah, those are pretty good. Get you a male widower. Don't call him a male widow, a male widower. But you make sure you investigate his wife's death. Okay. Make sure he ain't died, she did die at his hand. I'm always suspicious of them. You killed her, didn't you? You haven't been on a real romantic date in years. Yeah, I'm sorry. So a man will worship you if you are his dream girl. Okay, let's get this out of the way first. A man will basically worship you if you are his dream woman. Okay, dream woman. Dream woman gets worshipped. Okay. You don't have to be the most beautiful woman in the world, but you have to be their version of a dream woman. So if you can create or level up yourself to become someone's dream woman, whether they be an old man or a young man, if you are lucky enough, or if you can pull this off and find a young man who thinks you're their dream woman and who will do anything for you, then wonderful. You're going to have to be really attractive. Thank you, Amada. Just want to say thank you for all my great advice. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle from Belgium. Oh, hey. Thank you. All the way from Belgium. So a young man is going to really have to be smitten with you and for a long time and for years to come. And you're going to always have to look better than him, like, for some reason. So this is what gets you worshipped when you become their dream spouse. Okay. And you have to keep it that way. You got to keep it that way. That means don't let yourself go. And if you do let yourself go, get yourself back. If you, it also means not being a huge problem to them, like always negative or in a bad mood or just, nagging and whatnot, because that's not a dream woman anymore. Sometimes a man's dream woman does not include cooking or cleaning because he'll be doing that for her. Okay. And the reason he'll be doing that for her is because he puts her as a priority. And if she doesn't want to cook or if she doesn't feel like cooking, then it's going out to eat, ordering, or he'll do the cooking. So do that. And I also feel like just because you can say you're a dream woman, it does not mean you're, a 10. But to them, you might be a 10. You know what I'm saying? To them, you're a 10 or at least a 9 in their eye, So you have to understand this. Women want to be romanced, treated well, flowers, gifts, provided for, but they don't want to choose the type of man that will do it for you. They always think, oh, well, I can do, I'm the, what do they call it? I am, there's always exceptions to the rule, but not every woman is going to be the exception to the rule. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. My favorite perfume right now is Gucci Bloom, the Gardenia one, I think. Yeah. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle Sprinkle. That's what I'm wearing right now. So I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. But my all-time favorite is Coco Chanel. That's my all-time favorite. Okay. Thoughts on a prenup? If it's written in the correct way, you can benefit from it as a woman. If it's not written in the correct way, then you might not benefit at all. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy Love from Switzerland. Following your advice, I'm now an exclusive relationship with a billionaire who takes care of me. Girl, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Congrats. Make sure you get a good Christmas gift this year. Okay, what kind of car you want? Buy me one too, okay? Thank you. Trista Prince, sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you too. Thank you. Okay, so be on medication where you sign a prenup. Exactly. I mean, that's the best way to get out of it. Have a record of you being on prescription medication at that time. So prior to signing your prenup, go to the doctor, get you some type of pain meds that are kind of strong, and then make sure you're on them at the signing date, and that you have your receipts and paperwork to back it up when they try to pull something on you. Okay, there you go. There's your loophole. Let's see. If you're married and you've lost the spark and you don't love your husband anymore, how do you stop yourself from nagging and criticizing him? He provides. Thank you, Melissa. That spark will always leave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to have a spark within yourself and not try to find it in him anymore, because it's a temporary spark. And that's why I say do not marry for love. Marry for the correct reason, because he provides. You'll grow in love, and love is not a spark. Love is a long, enduring connection. It ain't no spark. That's lust. So you've lost your lust for him. So now you've entered into the phase to where he's more like a family member. So either you're going to treat him like a son and nag him, or you're going to treat him like a father or a brother and see what happens. Okay. He's like a brother. Okay. So if he's like your brother, then it's a little bit harder because you guys are close to the same age. And so it's going to be a little bit harder. So the best thing you can do is, I guess, allow him just to make his mistakes. And instead of getting upset and nagging about everything, just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be, baby. It's not worth it. That's how you stay worshipped, by not caring about the little stupid things that don't matter. If we cared about all the little stupid things that upset us, we'll go crazy. So I stopped caring. Like, there's nothing you can really do about it. And so just ignore it and keep it moving. I mean, there's nothing you can do. How do you know what's their dream woman? If they treat you like their dream woman, if they compliment you a lot about your looks, if they ask, if they're trying to get exclusive quickly, if they're trying to give you money quickly, if they're just trying to make sure you have everything you possibly need so you don't have a reason to go look for another man, or a reason to not want them back, they'll basically throw themselves at you and their wallet. That's how you know you're a dream woman. They're going to throw their wallet at you and themselves at the same time, but with respect. So if y'all aren't getting this type of treatment, that's probably because you're not their dream woman. That's why I'm saying y'all need to pick the right target. Ask all these women who got these billionaires and millionaires and men just giving them stuff left and right and getting married and stuff like that real quick after finding my channel like 1 year ago, because they found the correct target and they found the correct type of man who worships them. A lot of these ladies are missing the point of this channel. It's not to make love work with someone just as attractive as you. It's trying to find the correct target and get the lifestyle that you desire. People always talk about, well, I don't want no ugly kids, but I have to be in love with this person. Well, as you can see, the spark goes away eventually by, that question we had earlier. That spark is not going to last forever. That's usually why most marriages start getting in trouble around 7 years. You ever heard of the 7-year itch? That's when that spark starts to leave. Okay. And if you don't have something else holding it together, you're going to get upset. It's not going to go well anymore. So no matter how much you are in love, no matter how cute he is, after about 7 years of marriage, it's not going to matter anymore. So you might as well marry for lifestyle. You can always grow in love. You can't stay in lust forever. Because that's all it is when that spark leaves. That spark was lust and infatuation. And once the novelty of that wears off, then what are you really stuck with? And see, you guys don't know the real definition of love. You only know the definition that they gave you. You don't really understand what it is. And this is why we have all these issues in relationships, because y'all don't know what love is. So when you guys say love, you're actually talking about lust. Most of you guys, okay? When you guys ask me, do I love James? What you're saying is, do you lust James? Okay, that's what you're asking me. Do I lust James? No, I don't lust anybody except, just kidding. No, I don't lust James. No lust. Okay? I don't lust James anymore. Do he lust me? Okay. So, do I love? Yes. I mean, we've been married forever. We've been together 18 years. What do you expect? But that's the beauty of choosing the correct target. The spark might wear off for you, but it's not so easily wearing off for the man sometimes, especially if they're the dream woman and they worship you. Now, I'm not saying James worship me and get on the grind and worship me, but he always makes sure I'm taken care of and I'm happy and I got what I want and I don't have to really, do too much or worry too much. Okay. And y'all with these ugly kids. A lot of people don't want ugly kids because they ugly. And y'all got to find a cute man. Don't take this personally because I'm not talking to you as an individual, but just anyone who says that. Thank you, Ruth F. Sprinkle Sprinkle. How do you get intimate when spark is gone? Well, it's nice to have nice things prior to the intimacy. So if the sparkless one, we'll call him the sparkless one, takes you shopping, you might have a little tingle. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Percy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, I used your lines on a beautiful girl at CVS just to see what would happen. I told her, you're too pretty to be working. And she gave me her number. What do I do? Girl, she handed that number over quick. She agreed. Yeah, you right. Take me after the job. Oh, you better have something to back that up with. Don't call if you can't back it up. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if he's nice, generous, but feminine, acting, emotional, and pushing commitment? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I mean, just because he wants a commitment doesn't mean that you have to honor that. I mean, a commitment means that you're only going to see each other, right? If he's only going to see you, then he's basically trying to take you off the market. So if he's supplying all of your financial needs and wants, then I would hurry up and commit. But I would first make sure he's taking care of those needs and wants. Then, of course, if you don't want him like that, then that's up to you, But that's the only way I would commit is if everything is taken care of. Okay, you said you don't want ugly kids. Okay, well, if you look good, the kids should come out looking good, okay? And y'all keep thinking these kids are going to be ugly. Just if you get an older man, the kid doesn't come out ugly. The kid might come out looking good. If you've seen the man when he was young. Okay, James looked good when he was young. So look at their old pictures, okay? Ask them to see their teenage pictures of their young years. Because old don't mean ugly, baby. It just means old. So make sure. Oh, would you got to sleep with them now? Well, depending on the type of man you get, they don't really, some of them don't age bad if they're healthy. If you got one that age bad and oops, but sometimes they don't age bad. Or if they do, I mean, I guess I can pretty much think about like the most extreme case that you're talking about. If you're not attracted to that, then by all means, don't bother with it. A lot of people would rather clock in than have to be intimate with someone they're not attracted to. And a lot of people don't want to clock in. So it just depends on your level of what you actually want in life and what you're willing to do for it. Okay. I mean, if you, like I said, if you put on a scale, a balance scale, sleep with men you're not attracted to, clock into work and go every day and make very little money. I mean, it's not really a hard decision, but it's it is for some people. So okay, here go James when he was young, y'all. Look at that. Look at that old pic. See, old don't mean ugly. I mean, he just got old. How you doing? So, the DNA is still good, baby. Sorry, Marcus. Just get their old picture and see what they look like. Girl, how you doing? Okay. Mm-hmm. James said the women be flirting with him too. Like he said, this lady was trying to get at him the other day. He said it was a white lady. This white lady was telling me how nice I looked in my he think he young now. He got this Adidas tracksuit that's fitted. So I said that's interesting. Anyway, you said that made James feel good. So, yeah. You say he looked like Jimmy the Cricket? I quite think it's, I thought he looked good. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's okay, Ashley. I know you trolling. No worries. You said, what about a midget? If his money tall? Could you imagine? They gonna think he real rich. You gonna have to drive though. Okay. You gonna have to have a driver, or you gonna have to drive. Right? So, yeah, make sure. I think a lot of people don't realize until it's too late, and that's when it's too late. So instead of waiting and just, regretting stuff later, just make the decision now to do what's best for you, not what's best for the outside world and what they think, or what's best for your temporary lust. Do what's best for you in the long run, and best for your kids in the long run, not what's best for you right now in this one moment that will pass. Okay? You got to think ahead. You got to make a business deal with yourself. It's kind of like if you were in business and you bought a whole bunch of trendy items that were trendy for maybe a couple of years, and you bought so much and you invested all your life savings in that, then all of a sudden they're out of style. Nobody's buying them anymore. And you're stuck with all this leftover inventory and can't sell it. What are you going to do with that? Nobody wants it anymore. So that's kind of like, not looking at things in the long run. You need to look ahead, not right now. Right now is gone. As soon as you think about right now, it's gone. Okay? As soon as you think about it, it's gone. Right now is where you're going to be in 7 years when he loses his job and all he has now is his looks. And now you got to go take care of him. Okay, that's right now. Ask people that are doing it. Okay, so you might have a pretty baby, but you'll never see the pretty baby because you'll be in daycare. She'll be in daycare while you at work. You better take some pictures. Okay. And you still have a pretty baby if you look good. Okay. I can't imagine what y'all's pillow talk is about. Basically, I'll just talk about something until he falls asleep, and that's it. Till he go to sleep. Then we skip the whole thing. Ha ha. Y'all know how to make old people go to sleep? Just talk. Okay. Anyway. Thank you, Adam the Great. I love my younger daughter, and I love both my daughters. They're different ages and different levels of maturity. And you obviously like to get in people's business that have nothing to do with you. Okay. People are different. You know, kids are more outgoing. One is more outgoing than the other. I'm not going to force my older child to be up in the camera for y'all performing when she's not a performer. Okay. Y'all need to really understand this. Some people are more laid back, like I am. I'm very laid back, but I also am able to do both. I mean, when people are going through puberty in their adolescent years, you can't force them to be in front of a camera like you can, you know, a younger child who doesn't, you know, have any cares in the world. So y'all really have to stop thinking that, because all of the negative thinking is why you're in the position that you're in. You don't understand how to be a parent because your kids are probably always at daycare, darling, or after school somewhere alone. So different personalities require different treatments. Okay. That's some parenting tips for you. It is annoying. Okay. Exactly. How much time do you want if he says he wants to marry you? Huh? How much time? Girl, you can spend a year planning out a wedding. How much time do you need? You want it to go quick or fast? The faster you plan the wedding, the faster the wedding will be. You got a ring? Get your ring first. Okay, Marcus, sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Do you ever put your daughters in daycare? If I did, it was only to see as like a preschool thing so that they can prepare for regular school, but no. That was only to prepare them for regular school. And it wasn't really daycare, it was preschool, I guess. So yes, preschool, they went to preschool. There you go. Daycare isn't a bad thing if you need it and you have no choice. It's not a bad thing. I came for the game. Why y'all worried about how kids? Exactly. So let's continue the game since somebody wants to feel some type of way about someone they'll never meet. Back to the game. Thank you. So also, I guess being a dream woman and to be worshipped by the man that you're with, you have to also stay focused on you. That's another trick. Don't be about him. A man's dream woman does not mean she's all over him. And that's another thing that I've already discussed. Have a life. Have a life. Don't always be all over him, because that dream could turn into a nightmare if you're too clingy. Okay? If he's always looking at you and you're always around up under him, what made you his dream woman is going to start to look average or normal all the time. You know, it's going to start to get blah. So keep a healthy distance instead of being extra clingy. That way you stay there on that level. Yeah. If he has friends and he brings you around the friends, if his friends think you're very attractive, that makes it even better. You know, if his friends think that you're all that. So if you're meeting friends or his friends, if his friends are like, oh my God, I can't believe you pulled that, or I can't believe you're dating her. That makes you even more valuable to them, especially if they have successful friends. So make sure that you're going to be appealing and, like that to his friends as well. And not in a trashy way, but in a classy way. Okay? Because men are going to be attracted to any woman physically that's, turning them on. But will they worship you and bring you home to mama? That's the difference. So you got to make sure that you're very flexible in that area where you can blend in well with family, make a good wife, spouse, type of look when you're out together, if you do happen to get married in the future. And you'll probably end up being taken care of sooner rather than later. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's a question that's interesting. Sizcam, I don't know how I'm pronouncing your name. Zcam? Zilcam? I can't pronounce your name, but you know who I'm talking to. Okay, he pays all house bills and pays me nice places and lavish holidays. Doesn't believe in designer goods or gives me money, though acceptable. So you're just his pet. You're not worshipped. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're just the pet, darling. So, I have to be real honest with you guys because y'all don't hear nice or y'all don't hear sugar-coated things. But you're his pet, not his goddess. So if you want to be his goddess, don't give him anything until he gives you exactly what you desire. What about you? Do you like designer things? It don't matter what he like. He ain't got to carry no designer purse. But do you like it? Okay. Do you like having your own money in your pocket so you can buy whatever you want? Then you should have it. Thank you, Ashley Sprinkle Sprinkle. Your 24-year-old version is being inexperienced a deal breaker for older men. No, because they don't have to know. Sprinkle Sprinkle. They don't have to know because you shouldn't be trying to give it away anyway until they're totally providing for you. And then you can just lie and say, oh, well, I believe in waiting till marriage, and then they'll have to marry you. But it's no big deal because you don't need to talk about it. People don't need to know that. Right. Can I make a video? Hold on, about women. Hold on. About females having a limited amount of time to secure their lifestyle and procreate, and versus senior citizens make who can impregnate. What? Girl, what the heck? Who can impregnate young females? Okay, that sounds like a very interesting video. Sprinkle, sprinkle. After sex, he denied you Fiji water. Well, I don't know what to tell you. You shouldn't have gave him none. Yeah. So for the lady, I wouldn't. It's if you're not happy and have the things that you want in your relationship, whether it be designer or whatever, or money of your own, then that is a big problem. And you should figure out how to get that from him by taking away what he likes and you don't like. Oh, I don't like sex then. You don't like design? I don't like sex. How you doing? Okay. Let's see if you start liking designer then. If you cook for him, here, you don't like giving me money, I don't like cooking no more. I don't believe in it. You can stop believing in something real quick. Okay? I no longer believe in cooking. Just like you don't believe in giving me money or giving me money so I can buy designer things or buying me designer things. I don't believe in sex anymore. I don't believe in cooking anymore. So you need to make me believe again. So that's basically what I would do if that's what I wanted. The relationship would be one-sided. You said he cooks and gives massages, but it's still control. Like, you don't understand. Like, stop making excuses for him. If you want something and he ain't providing it, or he doesn't allow you to have whatever or whatnot, it's still a form of control. I don't believe in designer things, but I'm gonna cook for you, massage you, pay for you nice vacations, but you can't have a dang purse. I'll go get me a purse or get me somebody else to buy it, or sell something of his and go buy it. I don't know. If you want it, let him get it, baby. If you are unhappy, you shouldn't be making excuses for him. Ask for it for Christmas and see what he do. Why don't I teach women practical tips on how to keep your man? Because I don't have any issues with keeping a man, baby. I try to tell you guys that you shouldn't have to work to keep no man, because if you do, you chose the wrong one. I told y'all, don't wear bonnets around the house. That's a practical tip. Don't be looking ugly when he at home. There's another practical tip. Don't cook and clean if you ain't his wife. If you don't want to, don't do all of that. That's how you keep your man, by reminding them who you are. Okay? This is how you keep your man. Be the same. That's how you got him. That's how you keep him, baby. There you go. How you got him is how you keep him. All right. Same advice for men. How you got her is how you keep her. Act like you don't know how to cook or burn it. Why not to say about virgin status? Because then it's going to be a constant issue. Just don't talk about it. Most women don't go up and tell people I'm virgins. I'm a virgin. It's nothing to talk about unless you're trying to sell it. Okay? It's not something to talk about unless you're dating a man who wants a virgin or wants to marry a virgin. So it doesn't matter. It's nothing to talk about. Men are going to try to sleep with you whether you're a virgin or not. Okay? It's up to you to figure out how to get paid and not sleep with them. Okay? There are women here that had sex 1,000 times, but ain't finna sleep with somebody if they don't want to and still get paid. So you have to understand the mentality. Okay? Being a virgin has nothing to do with the game. The game is mental. You could be a virgin and he would never tell him, and he has hope that he might try to get some, and you might give him some if he takes you shopping, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm busy, or someone dies in my family, I have to go away and I'll be back next week. You can use all the same things that we say and that I tell women to say, and not ever have to sleep with him if you don't want to. And then maybe on the last minute, when he's really in love with you and trying to give you the world, and he may want to marry you, then you can tell him. Then he might be extra happy. But it doesn't need to be mentioned until you're even wanting to do that and he's taking total care of you. Okay? You're Tyra, sprinkle, you're a virgin, and don't talk about it to your sugar daddy. And says to me, he just want to make my life more comfortable. Sprinkle. That's right. See, she don't tell nobody. So, and she's still getting her money. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle. So it doesn't matter. you know? And see, these men don't tell you they broke. Right. Or that, yeah. Siren says she never had a man, so you don't have to worry about keeping one. Okay. That's funny. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How and how can I get my husband to make more money? Tell him to get a second job. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or tell him to start working online. He could work from home. I don't know. Tell him Amazon is always hiring. I don't know. Tell him to get 2 jobs. Mm-hmm. The secret to keep a man without having sex, lie. That's the secret to most things, lie. Okay. Tell him you're going to give him some and never do. Keep hope alive, baby. Things change on a daily basis. They don't know what tomorrow. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Who knows what tomorrow brings? Okay. So, if he worships you anyway, he won't care. You know, he'll just be waiting on the next time that you're available and respect you because he don't want to lose you by getting mad and driving you away. So he's like, okay, a little tear might fall, but he's gonna be around. Okay. You said I sound like the devil. Why, thank you. Y'all act like y'all have never lied before. Y'all lie every day. So who cares? When someone is honest about their lies, you want to be lying about your honesty. Okay. Y'all see how that works? It doesn't make sense. Just be honest with yourself. That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. Does James worship me? I think so. I think so. Definitely he do. You said toxic. Well, if you take too much medicine, it is toxic, but it also can help you. Right. This is a shirt, darling. It's a shirt. I had on a hot sweater and I changed it because it was getting hot outside. It was cold this morning. What do you use instead of a bonnet then? A satin pillowcase. Yes, satin pillowcase. If you're gonna walk around your house and your hair is not done, I suggest getting something to wear like temporarily until it can get done besides a bonnet. You know, like you can buy those headband wigs that I be advertising by Wild Wigs and just strap that thing on and walk around. I'd rather see that than a bonnet. Someone call it a house wig. Yeah, get you a house wig. If you just want to look how you want to look, if you've been married forever, it's not going to get you the best results. You know what I'm saying? You can look bad, but don't stay looking bad. Go put yourself together. Don't walk around the whole house every day, you know, where people can see you looking bad for a long period of time. Get up, go to the kitchen, grab you something, but go back and fix yourself. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Don't stay that way. Thank you, Sadiddy Doll, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Hello, dealing with married man who, hold on. Dealing with married man who has a high sex drive. He is in love with me, invests in me. He lied about his age and that his wife knew. I don't know what to do. His wife is Haitian. Girl, get his money and stack it. Get his money and stack it. If you still working, you're doing it wrong. Because if he has a high sex drive and you still working, something is wrong. Okay. If you're going to accommodate him, he needs to accommodate you. So hopefully he's paying for everything. Okay. And he gonna cheat anyway. So if it ain't with you, he gonna be giving his money to somebody else. Thank you, Opulent OD Divinity. OD Divinity. Big event coming up in my spirit. Guide me to all red gown and all white fur coat and heels that wrap up my legs like snakes. How would you decode that fit? Ratchet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, you finna look like a... What kind of event is this if you're gonna wear lace up heels with a fur coat? That don't sound... Is this the player ball? The players ball coming up? Your spirit done lied to you. No, ma'am. I'm sorry, Sprinkle Sprinkle, thank you, but you wanted my honest answer. And that might look good in your head, but it's not going to look good in real life. Okay, I'm just going to... It's winter or fall, so that's not even... The strap up things is not even for this season. So throw that out. A white fur coat and a red dress. I'm all for the red dress, but the rest gotta go. Maybe some sensible heels. And maybe you could do like, I don't know what type of coat you would have if it's cold outside, but hopefully you won't be wearing it inside after you get inside the event. But definitely not them shoes. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When you first date them, are you supposed to be spontaneous or let them know what you want? You talk about what you like, and if they really like you, they will make sure you get it. Yes, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Herb Derp, as well. Thank you, Lele. Appreciate that. Just saying hi, go to all your lives on this and the spirituality. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Herb Derp. A classic trench, yes, with the if the dress is long or even short. But right. When I say tell them straight up what you want, a lot of people are getting confused because they don't understand the target thing. When you tell them, you already know they're going to say yes because they worship you. Okay. When you tell them what you want, you already know the answer is this, because all you're doing is communicating at this point. It's not trying anymore because they already worship you because you chose the right target. So when you ask, you already know the answer is yes. If they don't treat you a certain way, you are probably going to be trying to figure out how to ask for something. That means you chose the wrong target. So if you have chosen the wrong target, then you need to mention things, start pre-planning with your texts, and start saying, oh, my car's feeling funny. You know, you got to build up to it, but you can't just come straight out unless you know they're going to say yes and that they really want you to stick around. So it doesn't work on regular people. It works on men that are really into you more than you're into them. Thank you, Southern Feminine Wife, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you, girl. That was generous. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, thank you, Sadiddy Doll. He helped me move and has bought furniture and gives me money all the time, but I just feel like he has a mental advantage. I'm only 19 and he's 42. Well, you have a... thank you, girl, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Well, it's fine because then you just need to be stacking your money right now. He ain't going to marry you. Just get your money. Okay? Stack your money and just treat him like he's just a regular man that pays for everything. Just treat him as one of your boyfriends. If you were dating someone your own age, you know you're probably not going to end up marrying them. They're just for fun, just for dating, da 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 da. Okay? Pretend he's one of them. Okay, so get your money from him, da da da. Don't get serious about him. Don't fall in love with him because he's married and he probably ain't gonna divorce her. So just, still see other people on the side if that's what you want to do while he's at home. Then you go have your fun when you're not around him. That's all you got to do. Okay? That's how you do it. He's probably most likely never going to marry you. So just treat him like a boyfriend that you met in college and just date him for fun until you're done with him. Okay? But stack your money in the meantime. Pay off all your money, all your debts if you got any, and use him to do it. That's what he's there for. Okay? Don't take him seriously. Just take his money. What can I do when my partner starts to think he's the prize? Level up even more, baby. Remind him who the prize is for real. Remind him who the prize is. If he starts thinking it, you need to remind him. That means you're not reminding him on a daily basis who the prize is because you're not acting like it or looking like it. So you need to continue to act like it and you need to continue to look like it so that they never forget. Ever. Like, if you think about it, a perfect example of this type of relationship, who forgets who is the prize? Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Okay. This can be confusing if you have this type of couple. So this is why Kim is always naked or posing in bikinis. And this is why Kanye is always in the media and talking about his money. Okay? Because they both think they're the prize. And so they got to remind each other every day who's the prize. I think right now, Kanye winning. But who knows what can happen tomorrow? That's why I don't like competing. I'll write you one down that understands this dynamic. Let's see. Do y'all have any examples? I'll write down who is obvious who the prize is. Russell and Sierra, John Legend. What? Beyonce and Jay-Z. Meghan and Harry. Okay, you're right. Meghan and Harry. That's a good one. Okay, Marcus, you silly. Angelina and Brad have divorced, baby. Cardi B and Offset. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Cardi B and Offset. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for who said that. Donald Trump and Melania. That was the big obvious one. Yes. And he the president, so you already know. How the president not gonna be the prize? He might not worship her, but she's still the prize. Okay. Anyway, I think that's funny. So Somebody said Donald Trump is the prize. Not to her, though. Okay. Do you think T.I. and Tiny at one point? I don't think about that relationship because I'll start feeling sorry for her. Okay. And someone said T.I. is the prize. He know it. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna see what time it is. So make sure if you're already married or in a relationship, a lot of times my videos are going to be like, oh man, why didn't I choose the right choice? Or da da da, how can I fix it? Well, if you start acting like you want to be treated, then that's what's going to happen eventually. Unless the man married you or is with you because you are a certain way, that's going to be an issue. Thank you, Anna. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if the man married you because you can help him, because you're contributing, and not for just you or because you're the prize, then you're going to have a problem. If he married you or is with you because you're the prize, then he won't have a problem with you becoming the prize. You know what I'm saying? So you have to keep that in mind. And a lot of women are like always talking about, well, I want to marry for love and I want to marry for this reason. But what did your man marry for? Y'all don't think about why he married you. Y'all only thinking about why y'all want to marry them. And that's the wrong way to think. Why did they marry you? They marry you for your check, for your half of the bills. If you stop paying them today, would they still stay married to you? So y'all really need to think about that instead of thinking about why you want to be with a man. Why would a man want to be with you? Okay. If the answer is not a good answer, then you should not have that same mentality when looking or trying to attract a man. You should get rid of it because it doesn't serve you anymore. It only serves you in the imagination, not in real life. So definitely ask yourself, why is this man with me? Is it because he thinks I'm the prize? Is it because he will do anything for me? Is it because I'm the dream woman? Or is it because I got a check? Ask yourself that. And it's okay for a man to ask himself that because he is supposed to be the provider. He's supposed to be the provider. Okay. But as a woman, you need to figure out why he wants you as well. If you're not supposed to be the provider, does he want you for the wrong reason to provide? Well, then that's the wrong reason. You said, why is Kanye winning? Because he's a billionaire. Shoot. And he's a presidential candidate. And he's a billionaire. So I would call that winning. They had to rewrite they had to throw their prenup out because when she signed it, he didn't have that much money. And now he got $5 billion. Thank you, Sunrise. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Looking beautiful and elegant. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sunrise. Okay. Shira, do you think, hold on, what is this saying? Quavo thinks Saweetie is the prize. I mean, I don't know. I think celebrities are different than us because it depends on their fame, their level of fame is what makes them the prize. It's not about what they look like. It's about their level of fame at this point. Because you can have 1,000 groupies that look just like her lined up outside of some rapper's door at any moment. It's not about looks. It's about how famous you are and how many other people want you. So it's a whole different game for celebrities. You said Rihanna is always the prize, period. Exactly. That's because she does her own thing and she ain't always up under nobody. That's why she stay the prize, start the prize, and end as the prize, because she don't always be up under people. She got her own thing going and she could care less, and she always will tell you she could care less. And she probably cuss them out or, treat them like any normal person because she already knows her value. So, yeah. You see that, Pisces? Exactly. You gotta not care, and you gotta act like you're the prize always. You said Cardi ain't no prize. She was to him. Or maybe she was and then she wasn't. Who knows? Well, I said she was the prize because she could go get someone better. That's how you know who the prize is. If you can leave and go get somebody better, you the prize, period. Okay. How often were you out freestyling when you were working as a mortician? Every day. Except for maybe I took one day off. But every day. Every day. Every day, because I was young and I went to school and I worked. And so if I wanted to have a life, I'd also have to go out. So I'd go to school, go to work, and then go out. Then I go home and get a few hours of sleep and start over. A man who worships you will stay with you in sickness and in health. That's right. They will. So where's my phone at? Oh, yeah. Make sure the right target is not the target for your eye, but the target for your lifestyle. Okay. Good. Hi, Auntie. I worked in Uptown Dallas. It's super rich and pretentious. I feel very out of place. There's literally no Black people in this area. The women are super passive aggressive towards me. I feel too uncomfortable to freestyle. Well, you're gonna have to get your acting skills on, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See, a good, okay, so this is what I would say. A good actress will melt into her role. Okay. You're gonna have to melt into that role. You're gonna have to really get your acting skills on. Okay. So beat them at their own game. Exactly. You're gonna have to really get your acting skills together. Practice. Go out during the day, maybe start for lunch, and see what you can do. For me, whatever you desire, whatever you want, you're going to have to attract it. And if changing how you do things is going to do it, then that's what you got to do. If that's not, if you don't want such things, then, then you shouldn't change how you are. But if you do, you gotta evolve into what you're trying to attract, and to what they're attracted to. So, and if it's an issue, then it's a challenge, and you should challenge yourself to do it. And you can have the bragging rights to say, I can pull anybody, anywhere, anytime. Okay. You can be versatile. Just think about it. You can pull from there and the other side of town. You can pull anywhere, baby. So don't see it as an issue. See it as a challenge to become greater than what you already are. Pull it off. I mean, think about Beyonce. She had to do that in the entertainment industry. She started off, she started off from Third Ward, Houston, Texas. Okay. She had to start wearing evening gowns and going to galas and performing at the Grammys in her early career, and being all extra, nice Beyonce. And she pulled that. She crossed over and pulled them in, and then she could perform as well for the fans that can relate more to her as Beyonce from Third Ward, and her accent, and how she likes to dress and dance and stuff like that. She can pull both sides. She can go from both. So you have to be able to shapeshift almost, and become a totally different person to get both sides of the game, baby. And that's just something you're gonna have to do if that's what you want. Hot sauce and her bag swag. I see it. I want it. Okay. So if Rihanna's the prize, why isn't she married? Because she don't want to be married, baby. That's why she's the prize. Because she don't want to even marry. She's like, I don't need your ring, baby. Just give me your money so I can fund my businesses. And you can't take half. Okay? Rihanna's very smart, believe me. She has a plan, darling. She used her dates and her boyfriends to get her money and sponsor her, so she don't have to come out her own pocket, most likely. Just very smart. So that's how I think. Let me see. Beyonce is an entertainment. She sells fantasy. They all do. Exactly. And that's what women do. They sell fantasy, period. Men buy fantasy every day. That's why you have to act. How do I come back from a mistake and my man is ignoring me? I don't want to lose the bag. Depends on what that mistake was. Avoid the next mistake. And y'all have to be specific, because a mistake could be several things. Depending on what they are, you may or may not recover. You are on fire and on time with this live. Glad I didn't miss it. Okay, hey, Kimber, sprinkle. Thank you. If women have our babies, they are here to support men or to birth man. They're here. They birthed you too, so don't forget that, and taught you everything you know. But we're not here to have your babies. We're here to have our babies. Okay? Son. Julius, poor thing. Do you not know where you came from, baby? Okay. Yes. Make sure he worships you, darling. Because I think men inherently know they came from a woman, and they're always trying to get back into a woman. Not the other way around. Yes. Ancient religions and civilizations have worshipped women from the very beginning, and they still secretly do. So just remember that. They secretly still worship women every day. You probably do stuff that you don't even realize is connected to worshiping a woman. It's probably just embedded in your culture or your religion or just whatever. Symbols that you might have around, all that. So as long as that's in place, men worship women. You feel a little hesitant to say receptionist. Why can't I say working on software? And girl, do what you got to do. Come back and tell me how it work out. Part-time receptionist is so they know you don't have money to spend and that you need help with everything. Okay. If you want to shine with your career, shine with your family, baby. A man who does not think that they can impress you will not continue to date you unless they want whatever your paycheck is to contribute to their future. Okay. Y'all have to understand this. If you want to brag about your career, go brag to your friends, go brag to your mama, your sister, your brother. But on a date, lie. Okay. They're not with you for your career, baby. They didn't approach you because you look like you had a good career unless they dusty. Okay. If you're trying to impress a dusty, go all out. Talk about your career. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's just the truth. Like, go all out. Tell them how much you earn. All that. Okay. I will lie in 2 seconds and tell people, I do online work. They don't know. They just probably think I'm sending a bunch of junk emails to people and getting paid or something, you know, or some type of customer service. They don't know what I do. And I don't care if they know because I'm not trying to impress them. I'm trying to get their money. You see, that's why you would say, oh, no, I just do this or I just do that. Because you're not trying to interview to be Barbara the Builder with them. Right. I tell men I work at the church office. I don't know about that one. That might scare them off. They might think you're a holy roller. What happened to equality? Shouldn't the woman worship the man as well? I think she does worship the man when she births him and feeds him, change his nasty diaper, teach him how to talk, walk, go to the bathroom, tie a shoe, raise them upright, and you know, pay for their education, make sure they healthy and have food on the table. I think that's almost the same thing. Thank you, Love Platinum Beauty, Estella Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for saving lives. You're welcome, girl. So yes, your mother worshipped you or she should have, if you if you had a healthy relationship. And now you must worship your wife or your girl. Okay. So that now she has the energy to transfer to your child. Okay, there you go. A woman does not worship a man. Okay. A man worships the woman. It's the only way it could be. Otherwise, we'd be out chasing y'all. Thank you, Anna. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I think money is important and more important than sexual attraction in the relationship. My man is rich and young, treats me like a queen, but is a bit overweight. Okay, then. Well, he compensating for that weight, you know, by treating you that way because he already knows he's lucky to be with you. So good for you. Hold on, I'm trying to find something. What this? So that works. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you can't worship what you create. Yeah, you can. Because basically it's worshiping yourself, worshiping your own creation. Look what I did. Look what I made. You know how mothers brag about their children? It's the same thing. Worship doesn't mean basically get on your knees and worship. It means that, you know, you treat them as a high priority. Okay. So treating someone as a high priority is what I'm talking about. Your cousin's husband worships her. He put her name on investment deeds and had painting of her face on the side of the building. Oh, yes. That's what I'm talking about. I said, you said a woman will always support you. She will always pay. I'm sure she will. She don't know who she is. When you don't know your value, of course, you could be fooled into doing certain things that's not necessary. But hey, she got to figure herself out. That ain't my problem. I hope she doesn't find the channel, Julius. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's okay. You know, a woman can worship you all day long. I have no problem with that. But I'm saying how to get your man to worship you. You got to be their dream woman. Maybe you're their dream man because their dream is just to have something nice to look at, not to have a good lifestyle or be taken care of. Maybe their dreams are different than other women's. Who knows? Sounds a dream to one could be a nightmare to another. So, you know, if I woke up in her life, I'd take myself out. If she woke up in my life, she probably be happy. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go look in the garage. Let me go look in my closet. Let me go look in my bank account. She ain't going back, baby. But I'm coming right back. I'm checking out that same day. Oh, Lord, no. I done died and gone to hell. Especially if some dude walk in the house, talk about where my food at and pay these bills. I'm out. I'm killing myself right there in front of them. Thank you, Tyra Sprinkle. They sure do buy fantasy. I am a well-paid phone sex operator and sell the fantasy all the time, getting bank, and I'm anonymous. Okay, Tyra, see, you know that fantasy. Yeah, sprinkle. You said I'm crazy for saying, yeah, I know. If I woke up in that nightmare, I'd be trying to wake myself right back up. But that's some people's dream come true. So, hey. I'm sure if some lady who was married to some billionaire and had butlers and, you know, the life of luxury woke up in my life, they killed themselves too. But what I'm saying is, it's what you want. Is that all that matters? It's like, oh my gosh, no, I can't live like this. Where's the butler? Where's the maid? Where's Charles? Charles, dear? Oh no, there's no gates around the. We don't have our own property. We don't have our own manor. There's no gates surrounding the grounds. We don't have a groundskeeper. We don't have private security. I'm out. You know, so men and women aren't 18, period. They're not. If it wasn't for a man, you wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for a woman, you wouldn't ever got birthed. Okay, so if it wasn't for a woman, you would have never been born either. So here's how I put it. At the beginning of time, here we go. Let's just draw this out, shall we? Trying to make it less graphic. Which one look better? You walking around hanging and swinging. Oh, and you've got hair, B2B. hair, chest hair everywhere. Hopefully you got a 6-pack or something. But you walking around looking like this, and she walking around looking like this. Who you think after who? I gave him a booty, y'all. Okay. He's after her. Yes, that's correct. She's not chasing that around, believe me. She's probably looking at it saying, ooh, that's ugly. Hide it. Thank you, Odette Young, Sprinkle Sprinkle. My question is, why do I need to be cold in order for my boyfriend to feel for me? When I was loving and sweet, he made me miserable. Because men don't want what they already have, baby. And you're not their dream woman anymore if you are all over them. You know, a dream woman doesn't want you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. A dream woman you have to work for. A dream woman you have to chase. A dream woman you have to keep and be motivated to wake up every morning fearing you're going to lose her to somebody else, so you better keep your money coming in. A dream woman pushes you to the next level, not makes you feel like you can just be mediocre, okay? So a dream woman is motivation for a man in every way. And if you're no longer his motivation, then you're no longer his dream woman. So coddling him like a child is not dream woman action. Don't do that. Okay. Whenever a man thinks about a dream woman, he doesn't think about being coddled and the woman being sweet to him. He imagines how she looks and how he feels about how she looks and how he has to keep trying to be with her and that he's lucky. So that's what it is mentally. Do I think looks are as equally important as a man? Do I think looks are as equally important as money in a man? No, I don't. I don't really care what a man looks like unless something is like really something that I can't get past. But that's, you know, most people that are not as attractive as you would like them to be are still not someone that you can't, you know, be with. It's just something that you don't prefer. Thank you, Gigi. Sprinkle, sprinkle, or something that's you wouldn't normally date, but it's not something that you would not be able to date. It's just something that you wouldn't normally date. It's not your taste or whatnot, but how they treat you and how they provide for you will change your mind. That's what I'm saying. So it's not about what they look like. It's about what your future looks like with them. Okay. What does your future look like with them? Because you got people that are broke living with attractive people, but don't know how they're going to pay their bills. Or you have people that are broke that all they have is looks, but nothing more. So that's what I'm saying. It's not important at all to me as a woman. You're supposed to be the attractive one in the relationship, not the man. Okay. It's kind of masculine if you want a attractive man if you're not as attractive, or if that's all you're looking for. You know, how masculine is it to say that I'm a woman that has a full-time job, kids in daycare, paying bills, taking care of this and that? Oh, but my man is cute. How masculine is that? Thank you, Tyra. I always want to say there were several women haters here last year making fun of me because I was new to leveling up. This is why today I constantly brag about my business. Watch who you talk to. I always say that's right, Tyra. Sprinkle, sprinkle, tell them in 1 year, if you level up and start going for the correct target, you can be in a whole new tax bracket. Believe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Y'all don't believe? Think about this. If you go back on my channel and look on all my lives, you'll see, if you just, do the research, somebody ever did the research, you will find women who have come in, got their bag, and have gone up. They probably gotten 10 times of what they had in the beginning, or 5 times as what they started with. Okay. I remember this one girl was working retail, and now she's married or engaged to somebody that's a millionaire. Okay. She was working retail, and 1 to 2 years later, she's dating a millionaire. Why? Bought her a condo, car, all of that. Several of these women exist on this channel. So what I'm saying is, they're not looking at the man's looks. They're looking at their lifestyle. Do you want to clock in and turn on the fryer every day? Do you want to count inventory every day? Do you want to do customer service every day? Do you want to earn just enough money to pay them bills? Or do you want a life? Because it's a difference between a lifestyle. One lifestyle offers complete freedom. Complete freedom. Okay? One offers no time, less money or little money. Okay? So there's a middle ground too, but I'm just using that as the extreme. But you're always going to wonder what you could have, would have, should have did. Just think about it. Yeah, I'm drawing. And half the time when you get a man that's attractive, you don't end up staying with him anyway. Okay? How long you gonna stay with that cute guy? How many of you have, ask one, how many of you have handsome provider husbands? Like that, would register as very attractive. How many women got that? And that totally provide for you. There's some, but not too many. So think about that. How many women have husbands or boyfriends that put them as a top priority or worships them? And what do those men look like? Think about this. Okay, now think about this. How many women have cute men, and are they your husband? Do they claim you in public? Do they give you money? Are you fully provided for? Do you have their last name? So I would definitely think about those things before making a decision on the right target. That's all. I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just saying think in advance for years to come. Don't think for right now. You said being feminine, even Dusties pay for you. They sure do. You said a real woman supports a real man. A real man don't need support, baby. So unless that real woman is his mother, and she has no choice because there's no dad. So, a real woman would definitely have to be your mother, Julius. Because a real woman knows her value, and she ain't finna support no grown man unless she his mama and she feels sorry for him. You changed my life. God is praise to you. Thank you, Constanza. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Yes, checkmate, darling. Thank you. Yeah, Julius, you got to get your stuff together. Okay? A real man don't need no help from no woman. Or otherwise, he's only half a man. Okay? You want to be known as half man? Half man. You a half man. Because you need half the rent. You need half the bills. You need half the check. So you a half man. Not even a whole one. Because you say you need a woman to support you. Because you don't have the full support a man should have. for himself. So you a half man. Don't be lying to people telling me you're a whole man. You a half man. You need a woman to help you. Now, if you try to switch it around, nope. Because the man is the provider and the woman is the receiver. Okay? Even in nature, that's how it works. If you want to receive, they got some stuff for that now at the adult store. You want to be the receiver, baby. That's what you into. If you're ready to receive, then I don't judge. Hey. Okay. Mm-hmm. They always leave that real woman. That's because the mom, I tell you, if you find a real woman, she's gonna be your mama or your Barbara the Builder. She's not gonna be your dream woman. She's gonna be your mama or your builder. She's not gonna be the dream woman. Okay, that's what you need right now because you want to get up quick and fast, so you can hurry up and get to your dream woman. Your dream woman ain't gonna do none of that stuff for you. Okay, a man doesn't consider his dream woman some handing him money. Okay, think about this. Close your eyes, man. What's your dream woman? Is she handing you money? Is she working and paying bills for you? No, she's not. Because if she was, she wouldn't be nobody's dream woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Checkmate. I'm done and I won. Thank y'all for watching. I will see y'all on another video soon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Bye.